Hi, this is Ravi, and you are listening to me on the Nifty BN channel. I am excited to announce that I am starting a new series of short videos titled Trading Lingo, in which I would be talking about some important options terms that every options trader must be aware of. In the first episode of the series, I would be breaking down the term POP, which stands for Probability of Profit. Want to meet like minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments, and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community. So, what is POP? The probability of profit for an option strategy means the probability of at least breaking even on that strategy by a specific day. The specific day is usually known as the expiration date. The probability of profit of a given option strategy at expiration can be estimated based on the current implied volatility levels, how many days remain until expiration, and how much time value is associated with that trade. But before we dive into how to approach this calculation of probability of profit, let's look at a few real life examples to try and understand it better. The first example we will be looking at is rolling a single die. Probabilities represent the chances that different events will occur. For example, if you were rolling a single six-sided die, you would have the same probability of rolling a 1 as rolling any other number because each number will come up 1 out of 6 times. So the probability of getting a certain number is 1/6, which comes to about 16.66%. And if you were rolling a single sided die, you would have the probability of rolling an even number as rolling an odd number because an even or an odd number will come up 1 out of 3 times. So the probability of getting an even number is 50%, and also the probability of getting an odd number is also 50%. The second example we will be looking at is flipping a coin. Another common physical device useful in describing probability is the flipping of a coin. If you were flipping a fair coin, you would have the same probability of flipping a head as flipping a tail. So the probability of getting either a head or a tail is 50%. Now let's look at some financial instruments. The example would be to buy stock. Let's say you are bullish on Reliance Industries Limited and you buy 50 shares of RIL at rupees 22.79 a share. The probability of making a profit on this position is 50%, which is same as flipping a coin. In effect, it is a 50-50 bet as to whether the trade will make or lose money. The probability of being profitable on the long stock trade is 50%. Let's say instead of buying 50 shares of Reliance, you buy an at the money 29th October expiry 2280 call option at 80. The only scenario when you make a profit on this position is when the underlying ends about 2360, that is strike price plus premium paid at expiry. You will lose money if the underlying stays the same, declines, or rises slightly, as the option will expire worthless on the expiry date. The probability of being profitable on the long option trade is about 33 to 34%. That is, you have to get the timing and the direction correct in order to make money in a long call option trade. Let's say instead of buying 50 shares of Reliance, you sell an at the money 29th October expiry 2280 put option at 76.9. What worked against you when you went long on the call option will now work for you. You will make money if the underlying stays the same, rises, or declines slightly, as the option will expire worthless on the expiry date. The only scenario when you lose money on this position is when the underlying ends below 2203.1, that is, strike price minus premium received at expiry. The probability of being profitable on the short put option trade is about 65 to 66%. So why is the chance of making a profit worse when buying a call versus selling a put versus buying stock? The key reasons are break-even price and time. When we buy stock, the break-even price is the current price of the stock. But when we buy a call option, the break-even price is always higher than the current price of the underlying. The underlying must move above the strike price of the call plus the cost of the premium to earn profit. Not just that, this move has to happen before expiry. In this case, it is just about 15 days. Now, everything that worked against us when buying works for us when we sell. That is, when we sell a put option, the break-even price is always lower than the current price of the underlying. The underlying price must stay above the strike price of the put minus the cost of the premium to earn profit. Also, the premium decays as time progresses, so the time is on the seller's side. And that explains the discrepancy between the pop of a long stock versus a long call versus a short put. Please let us know in the comment section how you like the new series Trading Lingo. We'll come up with many more such short videos in the near future. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter and Telegram, use the username NiftyBN. Also, I post some of my trades to the community tab, so don't forget to check that from time to time.